In this ACC video, we have a lot of bunking happening in turn 1, and we decided to absolutely send it on this Lamborghini round the outside at Brands Hatch. Hello everyone, and welcome to an Assetto Corsa video. That's right, or Assetto Corsa Competizione video, where we're racing at Brands Hatch in the LFM Pro Series. I am indeed, finally, I am back on ACC. And I'm in this championship because now we've moved date night. I can actually do this championship. So this should be good fun. And it's going to be a continuous series. And we are on the road to 50k. 50k? Not 50k rating. That's impossible. 5k rating down in that bottom below my camera there. See, I'm on 3.2. I did start at like 3.4. I did it and then had a whole bunch of bad races. Now, we're at Brands Hatch for this LFM Pro Series race, as you can see, and I've chosen the Ferrari 296. Now, what's unique about this championship is once you pick the car, you have to continue using this car the entire length of the championship. As you see the Lamborghini go off there, so we are up on our time. I did jump into this very last minute, to be honest with you, and jump straight into practice, like 20 minutes practice, straight into qualifying, and then we're going to get into the race shortly. So I probably could get a bit more time out of this car than I already have done. One thing I am going to be doing with this championship, though, is just using Coach Dave Academy setups, okay? Now, they sponsor the series as well. But essentially, I'm just going to use their setup, adjust the pressures to what I like, and go. I'm not going to mess about with setup, downforce, suspension, etc. I'm just going to use what they give me. As we head towards the line then, we get a 23.4. In reality, we are looking for 22s, and that puts me in P26. 9 tenths off the lead. I'm 26. So it's a very competitive grid. Lots of people do this, and that's why I'm glad I can actually do this championship then as we head towards the race then. So P26 is the start as we get the green light, and here we go in the Ferrari 296 as we head towards turn 1. Then that BMW got very close to me, but it's all status quo for now. Oh, the Mercedes just bunks that Ferrari in front of me out the way. Oh, hello. There's lots of bunking going on here. And, yeah, we'd let them go. I think we've actually lost out here from all of that in the end. Having to really slam on the anchors as we head into Druids then. So I'm not sure where on earth I am position-wise. We'll find out as we leave this corner. We started P26. Where are we now is the question, and as it starts to sort itself out. Oh, no, we have gained, actually. Apparently, we have gained. Oh no, it's still going up actually. Maybe we haven't. As we see that Mercedes try to go around the outside and head off to, well, Narnia there essentially. And they go for a spin as well as we leave that corner. So we're still P26. How about that? P25 now. I think somebody has just quit there. So we've gained 1 position in all of that. And I really feel like we should have probably gained a lot more with all that bunking that was going on. But we lost out because we had nowhere to go essentially. Now, as this is a league race on LFM, essentially, or a championship race on LFM, we're going to have driving standards there. You can report drivers for bad driving. So you are going to see actually better driving standards than normal as we see the Porsche. It does have a slight bit of contact there with the BMW. And head off stage left there. Exit stage left. You saw my smile there as we head down into the first corner here. Paddock Hill Bend. Very steep corner, especially if you do it in real life. Oh my word, is it steep. And we head up towards Druids. Now, Brands Hatch very known for... well, it's very hard to overtake here, essentially, at Brands Hatch. You see that BMW got on the inside of that other BMW here. As we are on the 3rd lap then, as we go through the left-hander. And we get a good run on this BMW then. Look at the exit we got there. Getting down the inside as we go towards this left-hander then. Trying to get the job done as we go into here. Very tight. You can see that on the little radar up below the rear view, and we get it done now up to P23. Brilliant racing there with the BMW. Now I don't want them to overtake me here, so I stick towards that right hand side, and we'll head over towards that racing line as we head then towards this right hander, and we do get it stopped. The black BMW actually goes through there, and some action happening behind. A lap later then, and we go into this right hander. We've got yellow flag warning up ahead, and we see lots of carnage on the left hand side. There's one car. We've got Mercedes still spinning there. My word at what is going on there, but we're getting a few more positions. We're benefiting from all this bonking that's going on here at Brands Hatch as we go through the left-hander. We've got a Lamborghini behind us. As always, we're going to jump to some live reaction as well as me commentating over it. Oh, dear Lord. How late on the brakes do you want to go, mate? Yeah, that Lamborghini got very close there, very close. It did scare me a little bit. Even so, we're still in P21, and we still survive another day then as we go through the right-hander. And I was quite happy with the way this race was going so far in terms of my pace. You know, I'm not at the front by any stretch of imagination here, but there does seem to be one dominant car as we see a Mercedes there off there. Oh, we're in the wrong place. Oh, it's held up a little bit here by that Mercedes. But essentially, you know, there's one car very much up ahead. We were the second fastest Ferrari, third fastest Ferrari, something like that then, as we go into the right. In fact, the Ferrari that got bunked off at turn 1 actually passed me after all the carnage in Paddock Hill down on that crest, and they're up ahead of me now actually in P18. That's effectively where we probably should have been, to be honest with you. But we've got a long way to go in this race. This one's an hour. They do vary in distance as well as we go through the right-hander. And we're going to head up to Druids once again. That Mercedes breaking in. That Lamborghini absolutely just sent it there down the inside. Are they going to get it done? That is the question. We're going to leave here. We have got a better exit here, and we do get it done. Oh, my word, that was a good defense. Well, that was a send and a half, but, you know, I always say this. You can send it by all means, as long as you make the apex. I have no problems with that. It's racing at the end of the day. You've got to go for those moves where you can. That Mercedes up ahead gets a little bit of oversteer then, and we're right behind them here. Car number 19 then, Nagy, as we head towards the right-hander then. Nagy brakes a bit later then as we go into here. And continue on out. Now, if you notice down that bottom left side, it says pit window red. So we're going to have to refuel a little bit at the pit stop. And you get held for 25 seconds, okay? So it sort of, you know, brings the strategy into play a little bit. Do you go a bit longer in the pit window? You do it shorter. And you only have to half fill the car, essentially, because you're going to fill up at the pits because you're already held for 25 seconds. Now you can see here, we are in a bit of a traffic jam. That Mercedes up ahead, I think, is the one that is holding up this pack there as it defends from the Ferrari. The BMW side by side with that Ferrari up ahead then. And we're sort of stuck in this traffic jam. It's a big old traffic jam. You can see the pack is really spread out ahead of them. And we're just trying to get past here. Obviously, they benefited from the bonking earlier on. I see a bit of contact there between the Ferrari and the BMW. We're going to try and follow the Mercedes through in towards the left. We'll be back out of that then because it got a bit too tight as we go into here, and status quo for now. But some brilliant racing. I was enjoying it, to be honest. It was a bit of a sweat fest, if I do say so myself, as we're going to advance a bit further on in the race. You see, I've lost a little bit of time here, and that's all just a small mistake that I've made there. Speaking of mistakes, that Ferrari makes a huge one there as we catch up to them. Oh, hello, they're still making that mistake. And we'll have that one. P20, happy days. That is another position gained, and we're actually P19 now. As I believe somebody was in the pits through damage or retirement. So here we go then, folks. P19 in the top 20 now, so it's going well. As you see the Mercedes up ahead going, oh, there's contact between the two there. We'll follow the BMW around the outside. We get a good exit. They get a bit of oversteer then. They're going to go defensive then, the BMW. We're going to try around the outside here. Very hard to do then as we go into this corner. Oh, it's tight. It's tight. Oh, they've just done it there. They've just done it. But you can see the traffic building behind me now because we've been in this fight for so long. Everybody's just caught up to each other once again then as we head into the left. The BMW goes a bit deep here. We're going to have a good run on them then. Here we go. Can we get this done then finally and try and catch up to that Mercedes, which I'll say I was backing everybody up initially. Now it's us two backing everybody up with this fight there. Oh, we're extremely close as we go through the last corner, and we're going to head towards Paddock Hill. Where's the BMW going? You can see here I'm struggling a bit for top speed with this setup I've currently got on, but it's definitely very good in the corners. We go defensive from the Mercedes behind as well as we go through Paddock Hill bend. A little bit of oversteer then as we go towards the defensive line a little bit here, being in the middle of the road then, and we're still in P18 as we continue on through there. Some epic racing so far as we head into the left. The pit window not open yet, and obviously that's going to be critical in this race because Brands Hatch, very hard to overtake. Some strategy there. When do you pit? Do you pit to try and undercut the driver ahead, or do you try and let them go in the pits and overcut them? The difficult one it really is, but we'll see what we do a little bit later on in the race. So we have the AMG Mercedes behind us here, and they are looking to get past here. Car number 16 as we head towards the right-hander. In we go then. And we're looking to try and keep this position. A bit of oversteer there. We have to catch it. Go towards a defensive line then for this right as we go into this corner and continue on through. A bit more oversteer there. Mercedes takes full advantage of that. Well played to that Mercedes. Very opportunistic then. As we go to the right, the McLaren absolutely sends it there. And I have to be careful there. I do give them a bit of space on that inside. As we go through the left-hander then, I wasn't sure whether I was ahead of this car or not, so I couldn't really take the full racing line hand. And the McLaren gets alongside then. The overlap is definitely there now from that radar. As we go into the right, they get it done indeed. Now, the Lamborghini behind is flashing his lights. No idea why, because I'm entitled to take that line. But even so, we were in that fight with that McLaren. It's a good bit of racing, but my word, that dive was a bit scary. But we survive. And, you know, the good racing, it takes two to tango there. We survived. They went for the move. It worked. I gave them space. It worked. We went side by side for a while. It all worked. Happy days. Pit window is now open. We're a bit more into that pit window. As you see, we've gained a lot of positions here And you saw that action up ahead where the McLaren got past the BMW. So I decided I'm going to come in the pits. I believe that BMW is slowing me up here as we come into the pits. We're going to slow it down then. And there we go as we head towards the pit box. Now, what you want to do is stop in that box. Oh, no. No, you idiot. As you heard, I called myself an idiot. I went past the box there, so you lose like 5 seconds from it pushing you back there. And as we leave the pits here, we've got Clifford up ahead in the Lamborghini, and we've got one of the leaders there in P3 behind me. And they're going to flash their lights. So I was like, okay, you obviously seem like you feel like you're going to be much quicker than me. So I was going to go deep and let them go, but they went deep as well. So it's like, oh, annoying. But even so, we're going to continue on here as we head towards the left-hander. And continue on through. So they catch me up a little bit again as we went through Graham Hill. So I was like, okay, maybe they are quicker. So I'll let them go here down the inside because they're our leader. And if they are... You shouldn't hold them up, essentially. If they are faster than you, you're in a different race at that point. But anyway, a few laps later, and they didn't really break away from me. My fresher tyres, I did take fresh tyres. Really worked out for me. And yeah, it's a bit pointless, really. We just lost time for the sake of it. Up ahead, the BMW came out ahead of the Lamborghini, which shows my pit box entry. Really cost me time there, especially with the leader as well. And you can see that BMW in the distance. So the undercut didn't work. Oh, hello. Somebody's off there. That is the Mercedes. That's the Mercedes we saw earlier on, I think. On the right-hand side. So we'll look to get past them. And they have already pit. So we are trying to get past them. Do we do it? We do indeed. Happy days. And we're up into P17, actually. So we are gaining position still. Clifford goes defensive, then in the Lamborghini. In towards the breakers. There we go. Trying around the outside of Druids. Can we do it? Not quite. The Lamborghini defends up very nicely indeed. But we've got 25 minutes of this race to go. And I'm about to tell you, we're about to have a heck of a race. That is for sure then. And this whole race has been fun, to be honest with you. We've always been in battles as we advance further on then. In towards the right we go. And this is where I started to see weaknesses win that Lamborghini. But behind, first of all, as we look in that rear view mirror, Mercedes decides it's quit. And yeah, heads to Narnia there. No idea where that is, but yeah, they've gone. So we advance further on then. 19 minutes of the race to go. We're still with the Lamborghini up ahead as we go into this corner. Now, if you're wondering about car numbers, that is where you are in terms of driver rating in this lobby. The car 24, I'm actually low down in the pack, whereas car 9, they're actually quite high up. They're actually in the 4K rating there. I think anyway, in terms of that car number. So we've got a long way to go before we're into top split, but we will get there, and I am going to pick up my speed. I will be practicing a bit more for this race. As you see, we got very close to that Lamborghini. The goal here is to try and get past it at some point in this race. So 17 minutes to go on this race. Look how close we get there. You can see how good this car is in the corners. It's why we do struggle on the straights then. It's obviously got more downforce. Allows us to actually go through the corners that little bit quicker as we go through Dingle, Dell, and Clifford's just keeping that position for now. Going to the right-hander. Once again, you can see that weakness in the Lamborghini just drifting through that right-hander. And it's where I do gain a lot of time on the car ahead then. As we continue on through here, we advance further on in the race. 15 minutes to go, essentially. And look how close we are to this Lamborghini. We still not got past at all yet. It's very frustrating as we go down Dingle Dell once again. Can we get past this Lamborghini? I really want to get past it. I want to catch up to that BMW who's breaking away here from me at the moment. Oh, he catches it. We have to slow down massively there to avoid that contact. No ghosting in ACC as we continue on through then. Look how close we are now. Hopefully he's heated up his tyres a little bit here and we gain advantage to go defensive then in towards the right-hander. And we're going to try around the outside, which is a dangerous move. But look how well we nail that. That's unbelievable. But remember, on the straights, we are struggling for top-end speed at the moment. You can see that Lamborghini is on the inside on the radar as we head towards Paddock Hill. Very hard to go side by side. In we go. We are still side by side. I'm trying to maintain this position. But they're just keeping it there. The Lamborghini in towards turn 2. They are still there. They're still there. As we continue on through, and they defend it. After all that, they defend it. See the smile on my face there. I did enjoy that one. Beautiful racing there with Clifford as we continue on through. 12 minutes of the race to go. We've been battling for 12 minutes now with the Lamborghinis. We continue on through here. I just run a bit wide there. And I go in the gravel. That's going to give Clifford a bit of a break. So we head towards the last lap. Well, sorry, it's not the last lap. It's the last lap for the leaders, not us yet. As we go through the right-hander then. And we'll, oh, hello. That Porsche towards the left there. Not sure why they were so far off. But we're on the last lap now. Can we get the job done? We've caught up to Clifford once again. Can we do this? In towards turn 1 we go at Paddock. Through we go, down, and then up towards Druids. And you see we are catching a little bit here. You can see every time we do this corner, we are green. Constantly green. Look how quick we catch up to the Lamborghini here. You know, this is the second half of our stint. We should be going slower than our fastest lap, but we are going quicker. as we go through the left-hander then and continue on through. Oh, ran a bit wide. That would be track limits, or will it be? I can't see a warning come up, so no, it's not. As we go into the left then. Gonna continue on up. You see the car is misbehaving now. Low fuel. Tires are a bit worn there, and we are pushing like crazy as we go through the right-handers here and up towards this right. This is the weakness of the Lamborghini, and oh, we've hit a bump there. Oh, just gone off. We tried to be as aggressive as possible, and it's not quite worked out there, as we're going to advance towards the finish line then. Brilliant race there with Clifford and the Lamborghini. Absolutely fantastic. It was a full, literal hour of battling.
That was a sweat fest. That was an absolute sweat fest.
As you heard there, an absolute sweat fest. We came P17 in the end, and you see there, one car was definitely dominant amongst the rest there, the McLaren. One Ferrari above me, which is something to work towards using the Coach Dave Academy setups. Right, let's have a look at what happened into 2-1 then, as, oh, there's contact. So this McLaren broke a little bit late, tapped the McLaren in front, and that caused a bit of a crash there, as we transfer back then in the pack. So this is Clifford, who we were racing actually, and tries to get past. Oh, gets tagged there. Does get tagged and spun round. And you see all the carnage. So let's have a look from my perspective then. Let's have a look from the outside of the car that little bit more. So coming into here, that's where the Mercedes bunked the Ferrari. And look up ahead, it's just carnage absolutely everywhere. 3, 4, 5 cars, 6 cars maybe involved in that. You can see everyone overtaking me. So I just had to take avoiding action, unfortunately. This was a bit later on. I did wonder what happened to this Mercedes. And that Lamborghini was doing donuts in the middle of the track and just sends them off. Absolutely sends them off there. No idea why they were doing donuts. What caused it though was this incident here. The Lamborghini's up ahead. This car decided to launch it on all 3 of them, which was never going to work here. Slap bang into the side of that Lamborghini. And that was the big old incident. Now that's going to be it in terms of this ACC video. Do expect more from the LFM Pro Series. I'm going to be trying to do this every single week because, I say, date night's moved, so I can actually do this now. And I really want to do this championship. I want to push this championship and get better myself. I say that is it for me. There's 2 videos there to check out. My logo's there if you want to subscribe. We're on a journey to 40,000 subscribers, and every little helps, and I do appreciate all your support. Thank you once again for watching, and I hope to see you in another video. I'll live stream again very soon.